Most men, they don't want a relationship. They want a collection of toys to show off to other men.
Why get married? Why don't men just stay single so they can fuck whoever, whenever, wherever?
Whomever.
I'm sorry. Seriously?
Want to look good for other men, if that makes sense. We want to have a fancy suit, big house, fast car. He who dies with the most toys wins, but it also includes the wife and the kids. Toys.
The house isn't for comfort, it's to show off. The car isn't for convenience, it's a flex. And the woman, she's the crown jewel in the ego display case. They love what being with her says about themselves, and they love having what other men would be jealous of. You were never a person to him. You were just an upgrade. It sounds harsh, but it's true. Many guys, they treat relationships as just another status symbol, a way to feel powerful or to look superior, or a way to show other men that they're winning in life. They don't want partnership, they want validation. Being with a beautiful woman becomes less about the connection they have and more about ranking himself on some imaginary scoreboard. And the saddest part, most of these men, they don't know that they're doing it. They just know how being with a woman makes them feel in regards to other men. You're not being seen as someone with a heart or with emotions or with intelligence. You're just being seen as a bragging right or a trophy. When you reject a man like this, you are not rejecting him. You're rejecting all of his fantasies that he made about you guys, all his pride and his ego, and how he would feel if he was chosen. It's like you're taking a toy from him that he wanted to show off to all of his friends. You're rejecting the version of him that he wanted to show off. So when you reject him, he doesn't think, oh, she's just not interested. He actually thinks that she humiliated me or she embarrassed me. He takes a personal boundary, something that all women are allowed to have, and he turns it into a personal attack. And when this happens, men, they don't respond with grace. They respond as an emotionally immature child. They respond with spite, coldness, rumors, or bitterness. Because for them, your no isn't just a boundary. It's a personal attack against their ego that they spent their whole lives protecting. I've lost count on how many times I thought that I had an actual genuine guy friend. Someone that I treated with kindness, that I thought we were helping each other through life, that I could count on them and open up to them. But all in reality, they have their own romantic storyline playing in their heads. They're watching you, they're listening to you, they're pretending to be someone they're not, so they can maybe sweep you off your feet in the future, or when you break up with your boyfriend, or when you're going through heartbreak, they can come in and get you as his girl. They believe that their patience will eventually earn them a reward. Then one day they confess their feelings or they make a move. And when you reject them gently, their whole persona changes. Their kindness is gone. It's replaced with coldness. The friendship kind of disappears. And every single kind thing that they did for you, every conversation they listened to you about, and every time they comforted you, they think that it's an investment for them, something that they think that you owe them interest on. And then a lot of times I realized that they weren't there just out of the kindness of their heart. They weren't just being a friend. They were actually plotting something behind the scenes. And the moment you start dating someone else or you start making it clear that you're not into them in that way, they rewrite the whole friendship. They say, you led me on, you gave me hope, or you just wanted the attention. It's insane how fast you're such a great friend turns into you're a manipulative bitch. You used me. Just because you didn't give them what they wanted. But the truth is, you don't owe anything to them because they didn't actually love you. They didn't actually care for you. They just loved the idea that someday you might choose them. And when you don't, or when they realize that you won't, the resentment comes out like venom. Here's the part that hurts the most. Some men, they only pursue women for bragging rights. They want to sleep with a woman just so they can brag about it to other people and say that they did. And a lot of them want to be with you just because you're beautiful. And a beautiful woman makes them feel like they won at something. So they will lie. They will perform. They will mimic emotional maturity and empathy. They will say that they care, or they understand your boundaries, or that they're there for you. And the moment that they get what they want, or they realize that you're not gonna give them what they want, they show the real them. They lose interest. They become cold, they become mean, or they flip the switch and start pursuing another girl. It was never about connection, it was about validation. And a lot of men, they don't even like the chase. They just like bragging about it afterwards. They want to tell their friends, oh, I hit that, I got the girl, or she's interested in me, or she chose me. It was never about you. It was about showing you off. It was about the validation they got after they got you. A girl choosing them, or being with them, or being able to sleep with a high value girl, it makes them feel better about themselves. And emotionally immature men, that's what they're searching for. And the second that they get what they want, or they realize they're not gonna get it, they emotionally vanish because they realize that the quest is over, the mission is over. You are just a thing to accomplish and to prove that they could conquer. Some men, they don't even enjoy the intimacy. They just enjoy the announcement that they can make afterwards. I'm not saying all men are like this, but they're actually everywhere. They're in your friend groups. They're in your casual acquaintances. They're hidden in your coworkers. They're hidden behind nice guy masks. They hide behind casual flirting that they mask as jokes. And once you make the mistake thinking that there's actually a guy that actually respects you, be careful because he can flip that switch very easily. So for all the women watching this, you need to look out for a lot of these signs. So if he gets cold or distant when you are dating someone else, or when you have another romantic interest, or show him that you're not interested, then you need to run. If he only treats you well when he thinks that you have a chance with him, be careful. Or if he gets weird when you set any kind of boundaries, that's also a red flag. Because a lot of these guys, they're not just your friend. They're waiting to win. And when they lose or they're not able to win, then they switch sides. A harsh truth is that some men, they don't want a partnership. They wanted the validation. They want the ego boost. They want that feeling that they get when they win over something that other guys can't have. They want a prize. They want to win the girl. And they want to feel superior to other men. If you did go through this and you did reject a guy in the past, realize that it's not their heart that's breaking, it's their ego. And if a man turns hateful after you reject him, realize that he never cared for you. He only cared about what you choosing him would do for him.